Okay, so this week we're gonna start taking off all the nasty stuff off of this, all the trashy interior. I want to start with the winch. The winch is gonna come off. I'm gonna put it on my car trailer, and I have a hand crank on it now, and it's kind of cool. I mean, it always works, but if you got a car with a flat tire, it's hard. So if I could have an electric winch on here too, that'd be pretty sweet. Then I'm going to take out seats and door panels, all the nastiness that's in the interior of this, and then we can start doing real work on this thing. Okay, so number one, I can't believe how heavy this thing is. I can barely lift it. And they seem to have put this all on as one piece because it's wedges up against the grill here. I thought I could take this out and then take off that or cut it or whatever. It is gone. It is out of here. The braces are here, or the mounts, I guess they would be. I'll work on some sort of bash guard that I'll make out of those. I also want to do some sort of driving fog lights, something on there. That thing was so heavy, I bet it was 200 pounds between I mean, look at that. How thick these are. Like, these are probably 20 pounds. I bet I get extra gallon gas mileage or something, because, yeah, I bet it was at least 150 pounds between the two. Also, it appears as though the latch is broke, and that's why they were messing with the cable. That's why the cables run all crazy. I have an extra set of hood pins. This thing might get some hood pins. I think it'll be easier than or cheaper for sure than getting a latch. So a little bit of trivia. Square Bodies had two different style of seats. Like pre-81, the seat belts came between the back and the bottom, and the adjustment is on the back on the side. After 81, they moved to the front, and there's grommets in the seat where the seat belts come up through the bottom cushion. So this is definitely 79 seats, or at least pre-81. Looks like the original fabric. Definitely needs some foam. And I ordered the seat covers from USA 1, but I'll probably just take them out to Linda let her put on the covers because she has the foam. She knows all that stuff, and she can rebuild the cushion part, and I'm just going to let her do them. Okay, so I got the bottom cushion here. I'm going to pull off the tracks because it'll make it easier for the upholstery people. Once I get the tracks off, I can grease them up, clean them up, make them work better. Okay, so here's the tracks, and I'm going to put some grease in there. And, you know, they're 40 years old, so the grease that from the factory is gone. Okay, so door panels are off. Started pulling off the kick panels too. And ready for speakers to come out. Man, somebody really wanted a speaker in here. It's like, I don't know how they did that. That's crazy. So yeah, I got kick panels out. They did some crazy riveting and riveted in panels. So I think tomorrow I'll try and take those out, get to that speaker wire and stuff. But yeah, it was kind of nuts. No surprises underneath the seat. It's all super solid, good condition. But check this out on the passengers. So I pulled off the kick panel from over here, and there was a bunch of mud and stuff. But all this wiring just popped out, and like RCA cables, and it was all tucked up under there. And again, here's another one of these patch panels with rivets where they just went nuts. I'll do something with those tomorrow. Here's another speaker. It's ready to, ouch. It's a good connection, I guess. Tomorrow I'll get into that, but I mean, the amount of effort they went to put in speakers, and like bad speakers, they're not even, maybe at one time they were good, I don't know. But yeah, so that's where we're at. All the heating ducts, I'm not sure where. I'll try the heater tomorrow and see if it even comes on, the blower motor at least, and kind of go from there. But I'm thinking more and more a diamond plate just right here on the panel part would be kind of cool. So I need to get metal for the bash guard. I'll see if they have any diamond plate, and I'll start making a list of metal. I'll get rid of the steering wheel tomorrow too. If anyone wants it, comment in the comments. Yeah. Door panels are pretty much done. This is kind of how I keep stuff organized. I like these little metal trays for all the screws. And then I've got a bunch of just these bread baking pans. And so this way I know this is all kind of seats and door panel screws and stuff. It's kind of funny too. There's several drywall screws in there. So they were, you know, they're all kind of weird, funky. Here's another drywall screw. You know, and I'd like to act like I'm better than that, but I've used some drywall screws when I shouldn't have, and so we've all done that. So I came out this morning all ready to get to work, and apparently when I was taking off the door panels, I locked the doors because it's easier to get the door panels up and over, and the keys are in the ignition. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer. So I lucked out a little bit. The back windows are the sliding open back windows, and they weren't latched. Or I don't know if they even have a latch actually. So I'm gonna try and reach through. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, crap. I got pliers. No. Okay, I think I got it. Yes. Oh my gosh. Or I guess I better get them out of here. That was so dumb. I can't believe I did that. But I mean, it's kind of cool. The doors lock. That's kind of cool. They actually work. It's kind of wild. There's no latch or locking system on these. They just slide open. Okay, I'm gonna get a light in here. We'll take out steering wheel, these kick panel patches, that boot. I got a new boot coming, and the gauge lenses, and we'll get all that out of here. Okay, so this is that patch panel. I don't know if you can see the rivets in there, but there's probably about 20 rivets. So those are all coming out on both sides. So everything unwanted is out of the cab, all the just plastic, the trash and vacuumed and everything, and got about a half a bucket of speaker wire and speakers and weird stuff. So I had a bunch of grade 8 bolts, and they fit perfect in here. So what I'll do is I'll start mocking up the bash guard, and then when I'll paint it up real nice, and those will look great. Also had to put on my little license plate too. And yeah, so that's coming. And I picked up a set of gauges. They're pretty nice ones too, I must confess. And I'm gonna try and figure out how to get them into the radio spot, and maybe one in the air conditioning spot. These don't really have a good under the dash ledge to put them under the dash. I think it'd be cool if I could get them mounted in the gauge clusters there. I might even trade out the clock. Don't really need the clock. I did play around with the heater a bit. I could hear the blower come on, but this mechanism is all locked up. And so, I don't know, I'm probably gonna end up pulling that out and seeing what's happening. I'm sure once I get under the hood and start hooking up gauges, that I'm going to find all sorts of things under the hood there. But for right now, the inside's feeling pretty good. I'm expecting more parts to show up next week, so I'll get those put on. Hopefully spend some time on this hood, get this hood latched and the bend taken care of. I guess the other side's the only one that's... Yeah, get this bend taken care of and try and shape it in there a bit better.
Sometimes I feel like a lizard in a tin box. Sometimes it's just like being in a tin box. Like a lizard in a tin box. Can't hold on to the shiny